Welcome to the Browns Table. I'm your host, Craig Fountain, and we have an awesome episode for you here today. We have some very special guests, and we'll get into that in just a moment. But first things first, I always like to explain for our new viewers. The Browns Table is an opportunity for you guys to come on the show and talk Browns with us. We want to hear from you. We want to talk to you. It's not just about us getting to talk. We'll have some guests here. Jump on. It's like calling into a radio show. There's a link in the comments. In all the posts, there's a link. And, what I'm saying is it's kind of like calling into a radio show. Don't be shy to click the link. Also, if you want some awesome Browns gear, check out B100, and they're on Amazon. My friends at B100.com, they have really cool and custom Brown shirts and hoodies for the entire family. They've got everything from professional illustrations to classic dog pound gear. And B100 is the ultimate gear for ultimate fans. Be passionate, be loyal, B100. Check out their stuff at B100.com, B100brand.com. That's BE100brand.com. I'm wearing one of their hoodies right now. It's awesome stuff. And, let's get our guests in here. Click that link if you want to join, hang out in the room. I see you, Daniel. We'll get to you in just a moment. Let's bring in that fat guy. He's a regular. We love that fat guy. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. I can't complain.
All right. And we're going to bring on, actually, that fat guy, I'm going to have you announce our next guest. But while everybody's watching, make sure you're hitting the like buttons. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe buttons. Show us some love on YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you're at. Give us a retweet. Comment on our post or on our video, and we can interact with you. Bring in the special guest. Why don't you, that fat guy?
So, coming on with us here, live, my friend, my family, Jarvis the Tank Courtney. What's going on, Jay?
What's happening, man? What's happening?
Hey, thank you for coming on the show. I can't thank you enough. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have fun. I think most of our viewers are going to be familiar with Jarvis, but if you're not familiar with Jarvis, it's an awesome story we're going to get into and some really, really cool discussion, so I'm excited for that. Fatty, what did you think of this Chiefs game this past week? Let's just get right into it, and then we'll get to Jarvis' story here in a little bit. We got to get past this game, though.
It was heartbreaking. I thought there at the end of the game, I thought we had it. I thought we could pull it out, and it didn't happen. But in my mind, for what everybody said about the Browns, we were playing with house money, and something. Yes, we lost, and we should have won, but you got to take this season for what it was, and it was a magical ride. Who would have thought the Browns would have beat the Steelers in the playoffs? Who would have thought the Browns would have made it to the playoffs? And to go toe for toe with the Super Bowl champs there at the end, you got to have high hopes for next year.
Absolutely. And Jarvis, I'm sure you were paying attention. I saw you tweeting during the game. What did you think of this game this weekend?
Man, I just thought the Browns was going to win it. Like before the game even started, I put out a tweet. I was tagging some of the players or whatever. I told them, I said, y'all go in there and play like it's your last, keep God first and just, fight through it. Don't give up no matter what. If you're down, keep pushing. But I just thought they was going to come out on top. But, man, I was telling them, like, don't put your head down, y'all got next year. They had one hell of a season, though. I can promise you that.
Yeah, it was an outstanding season. It's one we'll never forget. We have our first, we're just going to say caller. I don't know what else to call it. It's a video chat, but we have a video caller here. And we have Daniel. Daniel, welcome to the Browns Table. How you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Outstanding. What are you bringing to the table today? Anything in particular you want to talk about?
I really want to talk about Jarvis. I'm looking forward to the day the guy gets a contract. He's been putting it out there. He's putting the work in day after day after day. You see it on Twitter. The team can use him. Been a Browns fan my whole life. I really think he could do big things on offense.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Most definitely.
Yeah, it'll be, and really, Jarvis, you have an amazing supporting cast. It's evident on social media. There's a lot of people rooting you on, and there's a lot of people that want to get into it. So let's just kind of reverse course. Let's get into your story. All right, we'll talk about the game here in a few. Tell me a little bit about where you're at now and how you got here. Let's start at the beginning. What happened when you wanted to get into playing college football? What was that like for you?
Well, first of all, I graduated from Chapel High School back in 2012. I dominated all 4 years in high school. I got accepted into the All-Star game. And then once I graduated, I knew that I wanted to play college football, but I didn't get that opportunity. I didn't get the opportunity. So, I stayed home, helping on my family and everything like that. And then I continued to, I was making my workout, my highlight videos of me working out and stuff like that, just trying to get myself out there. But, I kept being overlooked. And I was filling the applications and stuff like that. And around back in 2018 is when I had got accepted to a junior college, Lewisburg College out in North Carolina. And I remember I was sitting in the caf, I was eating and stuff like that. And one of the D coordinators came up to me, was like, do you play football? He was like, man, you got the size, man. I was like, yes, sir. I play offensive line. He was like, okay, well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go in there and talk to the head coach or whatever. So I'm like, okay. So I go in there, I talk to the head coach or whatever. Before I can even introduce myself, the guy was like, how old are you? I was like, I'm 23. He said, yeah, you too old. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't play. You might as well just stick to the books. And he basically was telling me that I wasn't going to get no scholarships nowhere. I was like, dang, that's what a head coach would, tell their players. Like, that's what you do to people as soon as you see them. I was like, dang, that's crazy. So, of course, I was pissed off. So I called my mother and everything like that when I got back into my dorm room. And she told me just, do a couple semesters there and see where you go after that. So every day after class, I would go into the gym. I would work out and, have one of my friends record me working out and everything like that, hoping for opportunity. But I didn't get that. But I seen that the West Virginia Rough Riders had an open trial coming. So I went there. I did what I did, made the team with flying colors. I was in there. I was doing my thing. Then I got picked up by Harley out in Washington playing for the Skyhawks. I played half season there, once second team offensive lineman. Then I got picked up by Salami Liberty out in Kansas. I played for the CIF. And I was in camp dominating. We was only out there for 2 weeks. And then that's when COVID hit and everything like that. And they just sent everybody back home. So ever since I've been back home, man, I just been training nonstop, eating right, staying healthy, putting it out there so that people can see what I'm doing. Scouts, whoever may be looking at my page can see what I'm doing. And just, I train 3 times a day. I train kids also. So I'm in the facility nonstop. So I'm just grinding for real. And I feel like there's no other offensive lineman that's training like me.
Now, from what I understand, you got a little bit of press and made a trip to Cleveland in the off season. I think that was in what, like August or so? Somewhere around there. What happened with your trip? What came of it or didn't come of it?
Man,
tell us about that.
Basically, when I went out there, I was trying to demand a workout. I went out there. I met up with some people. Positive J, I met with him. Met with Sir Yacht. Cammy, I had met with her. She did an interview on me. And, just out there trying to see who, if I can, catch up with someone. Maybe they can just send me into the right direction or whatever. But basically, I didn't get the opportunity to talk to anybody and everything like that. But it's like when I landed in Cleveland, it just felt like home for real. And I was like, dang, these people welcome me with open arms for real. I can really, I can do this. I can help this team bring in a championship. You know what I'm saying? I'm the underdog myself in Cleveland. Everybody look at them as the underdog. So, why not allow me to come in there, show y'all what I can do, and help this team, win the championship and give Baker Mayfield some time. I'm not saying that he didn't really have time this season, but I'm saying, I know what I can do.
Now, let me ask you this, Jarvis. There's 32 teams in the NFL. You're not from Cleveland, from what I understand.
Yeah.
What attracted you to Cleveland to where you're really focused on not just necessarily trying to get a tryout, but trying to get a tryout specifically for the Browns? What is What is the reason you are so attracted to Cleveland?
I just, man, like I said, it's the underdog team, and I'm an underdog, and I feel like a lot of people overlook that organization, and it's just like I've been overlooked. You feel me? And I just feel like I fit perfect with them, so that's why I'm targeting them. And like I said, like with my energy, you know what I'm saying, being self motivated and everything like that. And as y'all can see, y'all look on my Twitter and stuff like that, ain't nothing but positivity on my page. There's never no negativity on my page. And I just feel like with my energy being in that locker room and what I can bring to the table and what I can put on the field, I'm pretty sure that we can get a championship out there. More than one.
Absolutely, and we're kind of set up for success, and we can get all the help we can get, and we're all rooting for you. Daniel, did you have anything in particular you wanted to ask Jarvis or talk to him about?
I wanted him to kind of, obviously there's some similarities with arena ball going as pro ball. What are some of the similarities and differences, and what are you working on to make sure that you can overcome those obstacles going from arena ball to the NFL?
Is it good question? But I say it like this: football is football. You know what I'm saying? NFL is just it's a higher level. I feel like arena football for me is a stepping stone. Like I said, I didn't go into college football or whatever. I had to make a jump. You feel me? And once you're a football player, you always be a football player. Like as you can see, I'm a ball player. I don't care. Like I strap my helmet up. You know what I'm saying? Just like they got to strap their helmet up in the NFL. It ain't no difference. The only difference is the field is just shorter, and the ball is just different. But football is football, man. And I ain't never strapped my helmet up and lose to nobody.
Now, Now, from what I understand, you're actually just getting started. This isn't the off season for you. What do you have in the works right now? What's going on in your life right now that we're looking forward to seeing here?
Well, I'm basically getting ready for. I got camp coming up March 5th out in Kansas, playing for Salina Liberty out in the CIF. And just to let you know, all the games gonna be live streamed on YouTube. I will definitely be putting that link out the day of the game. Just training right now. I'm not even gonna say getting ready. I'm already ready.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm preparing myself for right now.
For everybody that's watching this live or that's going to view it later, we get tons of views after the fact. Definitely when you see these links or videos, start forwarding them to the right guys. Spam this Browns front office into getting Jarvis a tryout. Let's be in their inbox every day. I want to see this. Jarvis, you have a great story. Fatty, I know you probably have some things you want to talk about here.
Oh, I love my man. We had Jarvis on, and we talked to Jarvis about, well, mostly I didn't want to get into like the football. I just wanted to feel comfortable. We talked about what kind of food he had here in Cleveland and stuff like that, and he had a blast here in Cleveland. But his story is truly amazing. It really is. And Jarvis and I became friends after we talked, and him and I talk probably once a week about everything that's going on and everything. What people don't realize is the link that he has with his grandmother, why he's doing this, his son, and why he's pushing through to do this, to do something better for his son. And people don't see that backstory because he doesn't like to show that backstory. But that story is there. He is fighting for his family, and he's fighting for his son to do something special.
Outstanding. Daniel, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, I mean, I'm wishing all the best for the season coming up. Really hope that you get the opportunities that you're really pushing for. I mean, you don't see a lot of these guys. They take it for granted. They don't realize the hard work that people are really putting in. You see a lot of these guys that get these contracts and they forget what the hard work is. And when you see a guy that is not getting these opportunities, he's still out there grinding, he's still being positive every day, it's a blessing. That's what the league needs.
Absolutely. Well, Daniel, I appreciate you joining the Browns table. Anybody can join. Just like Daniel, click the link. We have it in the comments. It's in the post. It's super easy to join, Daniel.
Absolutely. It was very easy.
It's easier than joining a Zoom meeting. You click the link, no meeting IDs, no funky stuff, no signups, no downloads. Just click the link. Click the link and you're good. Daniel, we appreciate you coming on. Join us again.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. All right. So let's kind of get back to Sunday's game. Fatty.
Yo.
We're in the first quarter. We're kind of going down. We knew at some point that we would have to likely claw our way back. What were your feelings when we started going down?
The only thing that I got excited about was the kicker missed the first extra point, which was a godsend, right? And I'm sitting there watching it. And I'm like, we're holding Pat Mahomes to, at this point in time, only 19 points in the first half. And the defense was playing good enough to keep your offense in it. The Higgins play, that rule's got to go.
Yeah,
got to go
for a couple reasons. Reasons. I mean, you have the touchback rule. All right, that's a problem. You can still penalize that and not allow a touchdown and change that rule. But that helmet-to-helmet hit has to be reviewable.
Oh, yeah. And I think
you're right about that.
I mean, they got to look at both of those.
You can see the guy here dropped his helmet. You can see it. Clear as day.
There was no arms, no nothing, any ear holding. That was
yeah.
And everybody's upset about it. Like the thing I got a problem with it is if he fumbled it before the goal line, the Browns would have got the ball first and goal. We have two of the best running backs ever, and we could have punched it in 4 plays with those. But because it rolled out the other way, it's a touchback. Why does the defense get a bonus? At that point in time, if that happened, which we brought up on our show tonight, take it back to the 25 and be like, all right, here you go. First the goal from the 25. You got 4 plays to get in. At least give them a chance to get 3 points.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And when Sorensen was making that hit, I mean, you're right. There was no arms or anything. It looked like he had his hands in his pockets. It was just straight head first. And, that's got to be reviewable for sure. Man, that was kind of a turning point in the game. Do you think, let me ask you, Jarvis, do you think had that play not turned out that way, that this was a win? Or do you think there was more to it than that?
Man, honestly, I think it would have been a win for Cleveland. Without a doubt.
It was certainly something that was really tough to overcome. And at that point, that was a 10-point. Some might argue they still could have gotten that field goal at the end of the half, but that was kind of a 10-point swing.
Yeah.
But give me 1 second here. That was a 10-point swing, and that was major. If that had not happened, then the second half it would have been a lot easier to handle. Let's move on to another kind of question we have. We have the missed challenge. Do we blame Stefanski for this missed challenge? Let me ask you, Fatty.
The one with the drop pass?
Yeah.
No, you can't blame Stefanski for this. Yeah, it's hard to tell with that. You're on the field, you can't see it. The only thing was it flipped 2 calls. Yes, that was a bad pass, but then he challenged the other one that was actually a catch, which screwed us out of that one too. So I can't blame him for not challenging it because they got up to the line so quick that they didn't even get a chance to look at it. And, as a fan, you're sitting there, you see whatever, video content you want from what they're showing you. You don't see that from the sidelines. I mean, that's why he didn't coach, during the Steelers game because he had to sit on the sidelines. So that's why he couldn't coach because you see different angles than what everybody else has.
So here's the other big question. Our bread and butter was the run game. I don't know that we ran the ball enough in this game, and the Chiefs aren't stellar against the run. What do you think, Jarvis?
Man, I feel like if they would have ran the ball more, then they would have been like a better chance of winning that game because you got, like you said, 2 of the best running backs in the league, Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Like once you get them boys rolling, it's hard to stop them.
Absolutely. And then you had the other challenge. Was that a wasted timeout, Fatty?
Yeah, it was a waste of
It
timeout.
was a wasted timeout. And then what do you think of the decision to punt?
Okay, so at that point in time, we got in real deep with it on our show. You have to punt there. I mean, you're 4th and 9. If it was Pat Mahomes, who was the quarterback at that point in time, I would have thought second about it. It was Chad Henne. And at that point in time, your defense was playing good enough to stop that. And because I forgot to say, happy birthday, bud.
Yeah, I forgot to say it too. We tweeted it earlier, but it is Jarvis's birthday. So everybody tell Jarvis happy birthday.
So, but at that point in time, you gotta punt it and try to hold them down because you'd still get the ball back with around a little bit over 2 minutes left. It just didn't work out for us. I mean, the defense, it's not that they didn't step up. They let Chad freaking Henne go for 14 yards. Like, I know I'm fat. I could at least tackle him at some point in time about 5 yards shorter. And maybe not tackled him. I probably would have fell in front of him and he would have tripped over me. But something would happen.
Yeah, and for some of you guys that watch the show, you're familiar with French, my brother from another mother from my podcast. He's texting me during the game saying, listen, he's a Jags fan. He's like, listen, I watched this guy for a couple years. Like, how does that guy run and get within 1 yard of that first down? It shouldn't happen.
I have no clue. I showed you the pictures. I was at the bar watching it, and I'm just going, what's going on? This is like the Twilight Zone. I started throwing stuff, and people are looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, it's Chad Henne.
Right.
Chad Henne.
Henne, I mean, he's got some experience, but we shouldn't have let him beat us up on the ground like that. That's for sure.
Exactly.
No, because he's a Michigan quarterback. Okay.
Oh man, here we go with the college battles. You got a Michigan flag on your right shoulder there, buddy.
I had to do that for Bryce. So
I know. All right, so let's squash some of the narratives that this game produced. Let's see what you guys think. There's a lot of crazy things, crazy people are talking about.
Bring it on.
And if you're one of the crazies, I can't say I'm sorry. I think these things are crazy. Joe Woods. Should Joe Woods be back next year?
I'll let Jarvis go first on this one.
I got to go first.
Oh, because you got to go first. Come on.
I don't
Guy.
know.
What do you mean you don't know?
He wants to be facing this guy in practice in the spring. He doesn't want to say it.
I don't know.
He's gonna he doesn't want him to try to make him look bad.
Joe definitely coming back. There's no way.
Yeah.
He had a third string secondary, rookie linebackers, and his defensive line was shot for half the year. What do you expect him to do?
And we had the Billings opt out.
Exactly.
That was big. Delpit gone, Greedy gone, injuries. You had the COVID. Like, at some point,
at least one more year.
I mean, you're giving the man bread and water and asking him to bake a cake, if you ask me.
Actually, you're trying to make water into wine like Jesus is what
exactly.
You're trying to do with that defense. Like, I'm being dead serious. I mean, you had Jacob Phillips come in as a rookie. You had people out for COVID. You had Greedy Williams, who still has a nerve injury, and I can't say what's going on with that. Delpit blows out his Achilles. You're trying to mix in 900 different safeties and corners, and you have a guy that comes in that Chase Claypool deems not worthy, even though he's played 6 snaps in the NFL as a quarterback. Like, what do you want? Like, I'm sorry, they stopped him to 30 points. Like, is that not good enough?
And against that Chiefs offense, I think that considering that, you have a couple plays, you have that failure to stop Henne on that run. I'm not quite as harsh on that 4th and 1 or that 4th down conversion. That happens. That's how we beat Pittsburgh. So I'm not too worried about things like that, but I do think it's a little bit crazy that some of us want to abandon Joe Woods already. Yeah. And with part of his scheme, he needs a room full of capable safeties, and we could barely put 2 on the field, let alone 3 or 4. So, hey, Princess.
There she is. Make her appearance.
Always love when Princess makes an appearance. All right. Crazy narrative number 2. on social media today. Jarvis is better off gone. Not Jarvis Courtney. Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, I know, because I seen that. They tripping. They need him.
That's it kind of blows my mind. I expected the Odell Beckham Jr. talk, but the Landry talk really surprises me. Really surprises me.
That's crazy.
Do we even dignify that with a discussion?
No, because Jarvis carried this team there in the second half after Odell went out. And Hollywood came in, but he was that veteran leadership in the wide receiver room to get those guys pumped up, and he was also the veteran leader on the offense to try to get them going. So any big play, anything, even if he wanted to talk trash, I don't care. That guy can't cover you. Let's go.
Here's a challenge. If you think that Jarvis Landry shouldn't be on this team next year, I want you to come on the show right now if you're watching. Click the link in the comments. I want you to click the link in the post. Come on the show and try to change our minds. I'll listen. But I can't see somebody being able to convince me otherwise.
So can I bring something to the table?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let me bring something to the table. Who was your biggest disappointment this year?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm a little disappointed in Harrison Bryant.
Really? A rookie? You're disappointed?
Yeah. We really were getting excited about having these three tight ends in the room. There was a lot of hype in the offseason with Harrison Bryant. Some coaches that were in the league that have been in the league for 30 years said that he was the hardest worker they'd ever seen. That's kind of got me thinking. He's a smart guy. He won lots of awards in college. He's got a lot of accolades, and I had really high hopes for him. I'm not saying he had a bad season, but I thought that he was going to bust out of the gates and just tear it up.
Jarvis, what did you think?
I was about to say, like, Odell, because I feel like if he would have been in that playoff game with them playing against Kansas City, then I feel like that would have helped out a lot for real. And it was just it was disappointing that he got hurt. And I was like, dang, man, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, don't like Odell, but Odell, he, you know what I'm saying, when it's time to clutch times, he ready and he gonna make plays.
You want to hear my overrated?
I do.
Austin Hooper.
All right. We're in the same room, just on different
different
seats.
He blocked like crazy, but we brought in a Pro Bowl tight end, and we paid him $8 million a year to catch the ball. And there's multiple times that he should have caught the ball and he didn't. But I was expecting more out of him this year than anybody else. I really was expecting us to hit the tight end a lot, and it just didn't come to fruition. I mean, he's made good plays. Don't get me wrong. Great blocker. But for $8 million, and we brought him in on that contract, I don't know.
So, and he's certainly flashed. I mean, that catch he made, towards the end of the Chiefs game, that was an all-pro throw by Baker and an all-pro catch by Hooper.
Oh, yeah.
On the fingertips. That was insane. But, I would agree with you there. I think that, when you look at the production relative to the money, you want to see a little bit more. He's been one of the more reliable guys, I think, but he didn't give you that, like, get you over the hump type feeling when he was on the field. He didn't scare anybody, I think, like we thought he should. What do you think, Jarvis?
You kind of lost. Who's we talking about again?
Austin Hooper.
I don't even know.
No, it's so he's definitely a guy I want to see what he has next year. I don't think it's time to give up on him. We invested a lot of money in him. He has been really, really good in the past, so there's got to be something there, something they got to see in him. At this point, I trust Barry enough that, I'm not too worried. I'm pretty much ready to be on board with almost any decision he makes, unless it's to not give Jarvis a workout. So it's it's one of those things, that hopefully, while we're on the tight end room, I'm struggling to get that thought out because my ADD's got me going on something else. Njoku. What do we do with Njoku now?
He signed for one more year. Let's see what he does.
Does he want to be here?
I was going to say the
Obviously,
same thing. I was
I
going to say
mean,
the same thing.
the way he played down the stretch, you got to, because the plays that he made after the whole talk at the beginning of the season about the trade and all this other BS, he got on the field a lot. And like when he got targeted, he caught it, which is shocking to me because he hasn't catched that much, but it's unreal what this guy does. I think you keep him, hold on to him, and see what happens because he's still young. Like, I mean, he's only what, 22?
I'm not sure exactly how old he is. I do know that he showed kind of that quote unquote buy-in that we talk about with the blocking, with the effort and things like that. But is it because he wants to be part of this team, or is he auditioning for where he wants to be number one at?
I think it's hard to tell, especially nowadays, but I think he actually bought into this team and understands where he's at, what he needs to work on. And I can't wait to see him after this offseason, because if they do, I mean, they picked up his 5th-year option. If they bring him back and roll him out for one more year, I want to see what he can actually do, because at that point in time, you have 3 tight ends that will be somewhat. Harrison Bryant's still a little iffy, but you have 2 at least solid tight ends, and Njoku, who there's a couple of blocks that he did were unreal. Like, he laid out people, and it was nice to see.
Ever since they had brought up like about him being traded and stuff like that, he started like he was like, look, he locked in with Cleveland and he balled out. He did his thing.
You didn't hear any rumblings after that at all.
Nope.
All right, so it'd be really nice to have all 3 of them back. Ideally next year. Hopefully Harrison can get over the hump. Njoku wants to be here, and hopefully Austin Hooper, we can get a little more production there. There's so many weapons. We knew when we started the season that it was going to be tough to get the ball to everybody. All right, it's tough to spread it out even amongst the tight end room. And now we have Higgins, we have Landry, hopefully we have OBJ, we have Hunt, we have Chubb. So some of these guys may not show the production on paper that we expect, but realistically, if we add everything together we expect these guys to do, it's something completely unrealistic and would be more than historic if it actually came to fruition. So I think we got to grade kind of on a scale a little bit.
Also, I want to bring up, you got the best quarterback for the position, because Baker really doesn't focus on just one person. It is spread around to everybody.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, like there was times he threw to 9 different people in a game, which is unreal. Like you have all these wide receivers getting 14 touches, and everybody's upset that Jarvis got 6. Well, I'm sorry. You have other people that are open. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
As long as they buy in, like the way Jarvis and everybody else has bought in, like watching Jarvis run down the field and throw a block for people, unreal. Watching Odell do the same thing. Watching all these tight ends do the same thing. They are actually acting as a team for once and not individual.
So here's something that we've talked about in the past, and the other narrative is the speculation on whether or not we're going to keep OBJ. I understand the argument that you want to free up some cap space. Both him and Jarvis are, I believe, still top 5 paid wide receivers. They both make in excess of $15 million a year. I think they've certainly earned it. Ideally, I would like to see OBJ back, though. I'm not buying into the narrative that we're trying to force the ball to him. Now, if that's the case, and if that were to be true, I've said it a number of times on this show, that's not an Odell problem. That's a Baker problem. All right? Baker makes the decision on who to throw the ball to. All right? Unless the coach tells him who to throw the ball to. One of them, and it's most likely Baker. He has his reads. I think he's got to have that confidence to be like, listen, we got this far without OBJ. Obviously, OBJ is huge, but I'm the big man on campus. I get to decide where the ball goes, and I'm going to put the ball wherever it gives our team the best chance to win. And if Odell doesn't like it, that's fine. He can be upset. I think there's some buy-in there. He might be passionate in the moment, but Stefanski opened up. When he came to this team, he said, listen, personality is welcome, production is required. And, with with the production that OBJ is going to give us, I don't think that we're going to have to worry about his personality. You see a lot of guys get away with some of this stuff that we just crucify Odell for, and I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair at all. Do either of you think Odell shouldn't be here?
No, God, no. He's a talent. You pay him $15 million a year. Let's see what he's got, because he hasn't been healthy in, 5 years now, it feels like. So
Yeah.
you got to roll the dice on and see what he's got, because he is that kind of elite player. He actually showed it during the Dallas game of what he can actually do. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, he definitely a star player. Like, I know it sucks that he got hurt and everything like that, but I feel like he said, like, you know what I'm saying, give him another shot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like OBJ, man, he definitely gonna come back. He gonna come back different. He definitely is. I'm rooting for him though, honestly.
Yeah, and I certainly hope to see him back. I know there's a section of the fan base that isn't quite sold, but let's at least, that small sample size that we've seen of him in Stefanski's offense doesn't allow us to see those connections that, for example, Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen had in Minnesota.
Yeah.
That we can have two very dynamic number one receivers, essentially. It's not so much a 1 and a 2, it's like a 1A and a 1B like we have with Nick and Kareem.
What you need is that one guy to take the top off the defense, which is Odell, and then you need your possession/route runner, which is Jarvis. And we haven't had somebody to take the top off. Like, Peoples-Jones took a couple deep shots, and so has Higgins, but we haven't had a speedster to take the top off of defense for them to worry about.
B. Fanjoy, who else wants to see a variation of the wishbone offense in 2021?
Jarvis does, because he's going to be a pulling guard taking somebody out.
Yes.
I want everything. He's ready about that, because if I pull, it's going to be trouble for somebody.
Ted Mack says, I'm back. What did I miss? Jarvis, the talk about Jarvis needs to go away. You missed that, Ted. We don't want to hear it. If you're somebody that thinks Jarvis shouldn't be on the team, I challenge you to come on here and tell us otherwise. We'll listen, but we can't promise we'll agree with you. OBJ should stick around, and Joe Woods needs to stick around. That's basically what you missed. We appreciate you joining the show, Ted. Anybody else that wants to join the show, click the link in the comments. Come on, bring something to the table. Ask us a question. Ask Jarvis a question. Real quick, though, just so you guys know, if you want some original Browns gear you can buy on Amazon, let me tell you about B100. All right? My friends at B100brand.com, they have really cool custom Brown shirts and hoodies for the entire family. And it's everything from classic dog pound gear to professional illustrations. I'm wearing this one right now. I love it. I woke up feeling dangerous. B100 is the ultimate gear for ultimate fans. Be passionate, be loyal, B100. Check out their stuff at B100brand.com. That's BE100brand.com.
Nope. Oh, he's going back for more.
I actually have, this is one of their more classic style hoodies. And I've got plenty of gear from them. It's all quality. It's all comfy. It's all great. Great designs. Check them out. So, let's see here. Fatty, do you have anything else you want to bring to the table today?
I got it. Who's the guy that we brought in? Hans? What was his name? For him to come in at left tackle after two people got hurt and did the job that he did, kudos, bud. Jarvis, I'm sorry. You got to give him a solid clap, because that guy, unreal. I mean, to come in and just in the offensive line this year, what happened to Baker in the bye week is what I really want to know. I want to go behind the scenes and actually see what happened with a conversation with Baker, because since the bye week, I feel like he's been the best quarterback in the NFL. And I might be crazy, but he has been like, and I joke around about Brett Favre-esque, just slinging it, and he is just letting it go.
Yeah, and the Brett Favre comparison isn't crazy, except he's actually really been more efficient than I think people would expect even Brett Favre to be. But when it comes to some of the power and the improv, I think that Baker's right there. And sometimes we forget how good or how far Baker can launch that ball. You know, we saw it a few weeks back when it was almost 75 yards in the air. You know, even Aaron Rodgers felt the need to go, hey guys, like, I think I can do that. You know, he got everybody's attention, but I don't think that's a crazy comparison. I like his efficiency. It's a shame he threw a pick, but all quarterbacks throw picks. Yeah. They're all going to throw picks, and realistically, the second half of the season, you know, he played really efficient. Ted Mack, I want you to click the link in the comments. I want you to come on here and get started. Come on.
Come on, Ted.
We won't bite. Get on here. Get started on OBJ. We'll see what happens. It's all good. We're all friends. We can agree to disagree. That's
Greg. The other thing I wanted to bring up: how refreshing does it feel to know you're going into next season with the same coach, same system, same quarterback, and same team?
It's
like we're not looking to draft a quarterback. We're not looking for another coach. We're not looking for an offensive line, but we're not looking for certain pieces. We're just looking to fill in the gaps that we need.
Mm-hmm. He definitely getting coach of the year, though. I can promise you that. He definitely.
I hope so. He has to, right?
Yeah, most definitely. He came there. He changed that whole thing. A lot of people before they even signed, let him in. I remember just people was talking bad about him. I was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Let the man get in there. Let's see what he can do. Man, he came in there. He turned some stuff around. And look at him. Look how that season came out.
What he has done for this organization, I wish everybody can say what they say about Freddie Kitchens. I just want to imagine what it would have been like if Stefanski was here last year to get 2 years with Baker.
Oh,
yeah. It would have been. Because it's a totally different personality and totally different person. It's just unreal what Stefanski's done with this team.
All right,
let's listen here.
Let's go here though. I want to ask you. I'm gonna get close up so I can feel like we're all up close and personal. Some people feel like we missed the boat, that this was our opportunity and we're not going to get here again. That the odds of coming back to the divisional round of the playoffs are slim to none. I'm calling you out, Bring Brownie back, my buddy. We're friends, but I'm still calling. He's not in here. He's not in here. But we've been talking about this, and I know he's going to watch this. He's got a valid stance. He said, "Listen, Matt Ryan, they all thought he was going to get another chance. You know, we're going back almost 10 years. Aaron Rodgers." Similar situation, Aaron Rodgers, when Jay Cutler was out, Caleb Haney got the start, and they messed that up. They said, we'll get back.
And they are.
Huh?
They are back.
They are back. Okay. I hear you. Not so much Atlanta. Not so much Atlanta.
But see, the thing is you worry about the Browns. Is that what you're worried about?
I'm not worried. Some are worried.
I'm not worried. You want to know why?
Well, because it could be 0-16.
Oh, no. Because you got Hunt and Chubb. You have two of the most dynamic backs in the NFL right now. And guess what? That's all you need. You control that clock. Baker keeps playing the way he does. Guess what? We're a playoff team again next year. That's all you need is to get to the playoffs, and you have a chance if you catch a hot streak.
They're going to win the Super Bowl. I called it this year, but I came up a little short.
There it is.
All right. B Fanjoy wants to know, what are the odds that Baker will sign a cap-friendly contract enabling us to load up within talent? This is a really tough one. It's a place that it gets kind of touchy for athletes because, number one, they have a limited window of time to make their money and support their families for essentially the rest of their lives and possibly for multiple generations. On the other hand, Baker clearly wants to be in Cleveland. I think, this is his team. I think he has a home here. I don't know. I think that's going to be somewhat of a collaboration between Barry and Baker to find the right balance between being team-friendly and being fair for both sides. What do you think about this, Fatty? Do you think that this is going to be like a struggle to get a deal done? Do you think we're going to see some Kirk Cousins style stuff? Do you think he'll give us a hometown discount? What do you think?
The way this year has been and the way last year went, I think at this point in time, you cannot put him above, Pat Mahomes and all those guys. But you could put him in a friendly enough deal that it's not going to nail you on the cap like everybody else. Because you look at all these, Detroit, they had to sign Matthew Stafford. There's no way that they couldn't. Phillip Rivers back in the day with San Diego, now LA, they had to sign him, and they had to sign him for that big of a contract, but they couldn't put a team around him. Right now, the team is already around Baker. This is like their honey sweet spot, and they already paid Myles Garrett. The only thing that worries me is if there's enough money to go around to bring Ward and Chubb in. That's my work. I could see them signing Baker for a, but that's just me because of the way he's produced. But he actually does love it here. Like, he loves the fans. He is out there promoting everything for Cleveland. It's unreal.
So I guess the big question kind of moving forward is, do we try to sign him to an extension now? Do we lock him up because his price is going to go up? Do we just simply exercise his fifth-year option and risk a dispute heading into the following season? I think we have to lock him up now. Here. Okay, and maybe I've been just following the Browns for too long, but I have a feeling that if he comes out and doesn't perform to fans' expectations next year, it's going to be a lot more difficult to justify signing him long term, even if the price is down. Jarvis, do you have any opinions on this?
We just have to wait and see. I really can't, give you an answer.
So, B Fanjoy says Brady-esque approach. He deserves the keys to the bank, but every decision has impact. Brady did, he definitely did team-friendly deals that allowed him to get players around him. What was strange was a lot of the players that they were getting were kind of middle-of-the-road type production guys. They weren't like, aside from maybe Randy Moss, or some of those guys, there wasn't it's not like they were going and breaking the bank for a lot of people.
I love Randy Moss. That year was just unreal. Like, I can't even. That year with Tom Brady,
that was insane.
Is a legend.
I know he is.
That's a bad man.
Like, they're like, "Oh, you want to come play with Tom Brady? Oh, heck yeah, let's do it." That's 35 touchdowns.
Right.
The thing is the way that everything is set up. I mean, for him to actually keep the team. The good thing is they got Hunt to the little extension that they got him, which was what, a 3-year. And they got Hunt at a very friendly price. At least I think so. But you got Chubb coming up before Baker, and you're picking up Baker's 50-year option no matter what happens because you got to kick the tires on it to make sure. You have to. But if you get it done this year or at the beginning of next year, I have a feeling it's going to be the beginning of next year. I have a feeling that.
All right, I think we lost Fatty for a second. So Fatty thinks that this will happen the beginning of next year. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I think that there's a lot of different roads this can go down. I hope. And I have faith that Barry knows what he's doing. So he's still frozen. I'm going to remove him from the screen. I don't think he would like that still that he's stuck with there. But if anybody else has anything they want to bring to the table before we wrap up the show, leave us a comment, click the link, come on and talk with us. We appreciate everybody that's been watching. Check out our sponsor at b100brand.com. They've got some cool gear, though. Let me see if we got Fatty back here. Nope, he's out. All right. Jarvis, anything else on your mind Browns related? All right, there we go. You're back.
Lost you. I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right. That's all right. So you think it'll be the beginning of next year?
I really do. I think it'll be during the preseason. They work out a deal with me.
All right. Anything else you want to bring to the table?
Oh, Jarvis can't hear us. Tech difficulties. There it is.
Tech difficulties do happen. We are live.
Thanks, Ted.
Yeah. Thanks, Ted. We are live, so that one of the things that can happen is our audio can be off. I have my wife in the other room texting me if one of us is too loud or too soft, because it all sounds good to us. We don't know any better, so don't feel bad if you're having trouble hearing one of us or something like that. Leave us a comment so we know. We might be completely unaware. We're live and things happen. Go ahead, Fatty.
Jarvis, can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Jarvis? I don't think he can hear us.
I can't hear nothing.
He can't hear nothing.
Oh, no.
Oh, I wanted to ask him one more question.
What's your question?
Well, I wanted to ask him what his experience was like here in Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland is a city that is, kind of a fine taste. Let's just put it that way. And I wanted to know what he thought of Cleveland.
All right. We will ask him. Watch this. This is pretty cool.
Are you messaging him?
No. Let's see if he catches on.
I mean, it was
There we go.
it was good. Me and Positive J, we had went out to eat, and I just remember that guy. He bought so much food. Like, he seen that I was a big guy, and he thought I was gonna be able to eat all that food. But like, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably just gonna eat the brisket sandwich and keep it pushing. Like, I don't eat that much food like that. Just because I'm a big man, that don't mean I eat like that. I still gotta eat healthy.
So, for what you guys don't know, when Jarvis and Jay were here, he took him to Mabel's and he took him to the Fatheads Brewery down in Middleburg Heights.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, and they got to have some tremendous food. And I asked Jarvis what he actually ate. He goes, "I didn't eat much because I was worried about a tryout." I'm like, I thought he'd buy you a whole bunch of food. So I was getting him on the food topic, and then the next thing I know, because I was sitting here at I got the original Fatheads here in North Homestead, and they have these headwiches that are just. I saw a fish sandwich come out on a platter, and I'm sitting there laughing. I'm like, I had to ask what all Jarvis ate, because I'm sitting there going like, offensive lineman, that boy's got to eat something, and I got to know what it is.
Yeah, and we're gonna close out the show. We're running out of time here. We generally try to run about an hour. We'll be announcing future episodes moving forward. We'll kind of get into a new off-season schedule. In the meantime, we're still going to be Tuesdays at 7. Come on and talk with us. If you're available, come on and we'll talk all the off-season stuff. We'll be armchair general managers, coaches, draft gurus, whatever you want to talk about. Jarvis, I appreciate you coming on the show. I know you can't hear me. But we do thank you, Fatty. Appreciate you as always.
Always.
I think we might as well just call Fatty a co-host at this point.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We'll have to think. We'll get you a super official title for the Browns table.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Look at it. Look at the pig.
Ted says, "Happy birthday, Tank." Everybody go to Jarvis's Twitter. I want to make sure I get this right. You can find him on Twitter. Wish him a happy birthday. Do you have his handle in front of you by chance?
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'll find it. I think it's at Jarvis Courtney or Frank the Tank 52. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. We're live.
All right, we at all capitals Frank _Tank _52. And then
right.
Jarvis Courtney's handle. Find him there. Amazing story, amazing person. He truly is. So help him get to where he needs to get.
Absolutely. Spam that Browns front office with requests to get him a tryout. So anyways, check out our sponsor, B100brand.com. thanks for watching the show. We appreciate everybody that participated in the roundtable. As always, go Browns. We'll have plenty to talk about this offseason. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, go Browns.